Welcome back to the Commercial Investment Podcast. I'm John Shamoon with Shamoon Business Brokers. In today's episode, members of our Commercial Investment Division will be joining us to share their key insights and strategies to help you thrive in the industry. First, I would like to introduce Sue Horowitz with SH Commercial Real Estate. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning. Thank you so much, John, for the introduction. One tip for real estate agents interested in practicing commercial real estate is to recognize that commercial real estate is a broad field that includes a variety of distinct properties. The four major categories are retail, office, industrial, and multifamily. That is, buildings consisting of 5 or more residential units. The permitted location for each property type, retail, office, industrial, and multifamily, is determined by zoning regulations, the land use assigned by the municipality in whose jurisdiction the property lies. Zoning and parking regulations may vary from city to city. It is important for the agent and the intended user to check with the appropriate department in the specific city in which the user intends to locate, to verify zoning and parking regulations, and to find out if any additional entitlement processes may be required.
Sue, well said. Thank you. Next, we have Kathy Parch with ICS Real Estate, KW Commercial. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you, John, for the introduction. Hello, I'm Kathy Parch, a commercial real estate professional and member of the Commercial and Investment Division here at SRAR. And here are some of my tips for success as a commercial real estate professional. Understand financial statements, balance sheets, income statements, and P&Ls. This not only gives you the tools to understand your client's qualification, it also helps you guide your client with quality advice on things like accelerated depreciation. Know the math. Understand cap rates, impacts on interest rates, on cash flows, and things like ROIs. These things are critical for your clients. This information can make or break a commercial transaction, and you need to be able to understand to be able to properly guide your clients as they make decisions. Know your market. Clients need to trust and rely on the information you provide. So if they ask you about something you claim to be an expert in, then be an expert. If you don't know, say you'll find out. It's always best to be honest and learn rather than misstating information to your clients. My specialty is helping business owners own their real property, and it's through my vast financial knowledge of these areas mentioned that I'm able to support my clients' needs and goals. You too can be successful if you follow these tips.
Great tips. Thank you so much for joining us today, Kathy.
Thank you, John.
Next, we have Jordan Paulin with LB Property Management. Welcome.
Thank you, John. There's a growing challenge in the residential marketplace that's affecting housing providers, residents, housing service providers, and even brokers that are working on buildings. And the challenge is fraudulent tenancies and applications. They can cost money, damage property, and hurt your reputation. But with the right screening process, you can protect your investment and build strong tenant relationships. Screening is not just about looking for potential problems. It's about matching qualified tenants with quality homes and communities. When you're consistent and thorough, you benefit both the tenants and the property owners. Start with identity verification. Always get a valid photo ID, and whenever possible, have the applicants tour the property in person. That way there are no miscommunications about the unit condition, amenities, and community, and you can verify that the person touring the unit matches the person on the ID. Next, check financial stability. Review recent bank statements, pay stubs, and a most recent tax document. Make sure the numbers line up and that rent will be comfortable for them, not a stretch. Then get solid references. Call previous landlords to confirm how they treated the property and verify the reference is real. Check with employers to confirm job stability. Run credit and background checks for an extra layer of security. And do a quick consistency check. Make sure addresses match across documents, deposit dates align, and prior rent was paid on time. At move-in, double-check utilities and insurance are set up and verify ID again before handing over the keys. These steps are simple, but they can save you from a lot of headaches. Whether you are managing large communities, small apartments, or single-family homes, thorough screening protects your property, your income, and your peace of mind.
Those were great tips. Thank you so much, Jordan.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Next, we have Arnie Carfinkel with the All-Star Group, a commercial real estate lender. Hello, Arnie.
Hey, John. So you want tips for lending?
Yes, sir.
Well, there's a lot of differences between commercial real estate lending and residential lending. One of the main things is what I usually tell people is commercial and residential are like French and Spanish. It's two completely different languages. So what I'm going to talk about a little bit is what you need to know as a realtor to qualify for a commercial real estate loan on your property. There are many different types of commercial real estate loans. It's not just commercial. Where residential is regular, conventional or jumbo, commercial depends on the loan size, the property type, the ownership. One of the things we do is how are loans decided? We got to decide based on the property type, the location, the vacancy factor, the net worth of the borrowers, the liquidity. There's so many factors that contribute to commercial real estate on the lending side that goes into what we need to do. So when you're a listing agent and you're looking for a loan for your property that you have listed, whether you be a listing agent or you be a buyer's agent, there are a few things I'm going to need. And it's very simple. Current rent roll or lease summary, 2 years operating history, Schedule E from a tax return is ideal. So if you're a buyer, you're not going to have that, but you do request it from the seller. And most sellers will provide it. If they don't provide it, to be honest with you, as a buyer, I question because I'd want to see what kind of income is coming in. Also, what I'm probably going to want to see as a new buyer is your personal financial statement. I don't necessarily need a full loan application. We will get that later on. Now, if it's an owner-user property, which is very common, let's say it's a restaurant or a manufacturing facility, industrial building, and you have a business and now you want to buy your property, owner-user qualifies differently. So for those, we need 3 years of tax returns on the business, a year-to-date financial statement, and more information regarding what the business cash flow has been.
Balance sheet.
A balance sheet, but we're really concerned about the cash flow. Everything that has to do with commercial real estate has to do with cash flow. So the way you got to look at it is the lender wants to make sure you as the borrower can pay the debt. That's it.
Awesome.
It's not a matter of loan to value. It's a matter of cash flow.
Got it.
So that's the simple, quick way of figuring out what we need for a commercial real estate loan.
Well, this is really a great introduction, Arnie. Really appreciate it. Thank you. For myself, I would like to get into what is the difference between residential agent, commercial agent, and business agent or business broker. On the residential side of things, a residential agent will deal with 4 buckets, typically buyers and sellers, tenants and landlords, and they speak 4 or 5 different languages. They talk about land, condos, townhomes, single family, and investments as 1 to 4 units, and maybe mobile homes. Under normal conditions, non-complex transactions will take about 1 to 3 months. The commercial agent will also have 4 buckets to work out of: buyers and sellers, tenants and landlords. But the deals are more complex and they belong to several major tribes. They include land, industrial, retail, multifamily, and other investment properties. Under normal conditions, non-complex deals will take roughly 2 to 4 months. For the business broker, he's working out of 4 buckets as well: buyers and sellers, tenants and landlords, but he's also dealing with hundreds of different business types, where confidentiality is critical to every deal, where interaction with buyers and sellers are more lengthy. The deals do take longer, and typically it's not uncommon to see deals go about 6 months. You need to have good financial knowledge and understanding, as well as being patient during the due diligence period. The due diligence period is the most critical. That takes a long time to get things done, and make sure that you have a checklist to work out of. Can a commercial agent or a residential agent take on a business transaction? Yes, you're licensed to do it, but does your office allow you to? If not, make sure that you team up with another seasoned broker that can take you to the finish line with a business opportunity or a business sale. Please visit us at www.srar.com and see our networking events that are coming up and upcoming classes on commercial real estate. Thank you all for sharing these valuable insights on commercial real estate. Please subscribe, like, and see you soon.